Happy Friday, everybody. Happy back to school day. How was your Friday? How was back to school for your kids? And more especially, how was back to school day for you guys? Let me know. Who's with me? Don't be shy. Say hi. We have some bounce on the futures. Let's see what. So, US average earnings year to year, 4.3%. Previous was 4.4. None from payrolls, 187. And the forecast was 170. Employment rate is 3.8%. Forecast was 3.5. Previous was 3.5. Hi Nancy, hi JJ, hi Tzlil, hi Yoel. Thank you very much for taking the time off of your busy day and join me. Hi Mark, for this last pre-market preparation for this week. Don't forget, next week, Monday, we have vacation from the stock market, Labor Day. Hi Almog, thank you very much for joining. If you are here, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. No vacation, yeah, vacation from trading, but learning is an ongoing process. I can tell you that I'm a full-time trader for the past 7 years, actually 5 years, but 7 years ago I have started to invest in myself. I went through 2 very difficult years. The first 2 years of trying to become a profitable trader. It took me 2 years. I went through the normal journey. I started with YouTube. Hi Do, good afternoon. I started with YouTube, Facebook, Discord, WhatsApp groups, the same, until I realized I cannot learn. Nothing is free. So I took numerous courses, online courses. I took some one-on-one live courses, and it took me around 2 years to find my own strategy, my own set of rules that works for me. What works for me doesn't necessarily will work for somebody else. There is no wrong or right in technical analysis, in trading. And of course, set of rules for the psychology behind trading. In my opinion, bullish to the upside on the 4 hours. Finally, after 2 days of sideways move between the 45K and the 45.26, this channel still validates. And now we are heading towards the 45.50 and maybe all the way towards this upper trend line. Hi Eran. Shabbat Shalom. Hi Icho. Thank you very much for joining. Hi Golan. Can you hear me? Do you see me? Hi Ofek. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it very much. Taking the time. Now, as we said, we have a break to the upside. As long as this channel in the 4 hours futures is holding, we are good to go. Let's go over very quick on the daily charts. Yesterday, SPY, not much of a movement. As long as 450 is holding, we are good to go. Bulls are here and looks like we are heading towards the 455. Thank you, Eran, for the feedback. We are heading towards the 455, and maybe not today, but 455 is closer than this trend line to the downside. QQQ. Doji, indecision, but closing above the 377. Now, as we can see, we have the 380 gap over here, pre-market. Once again, gap to the upside. Above this gap, it's not coincidence. When you look left and you see price action, you know that most probably price will do the same thing as it did before. And if we have a gap over here, now we are opening another gap over here. Dow Jones yesterday, bears took control of the Dow. 348 needs to hold, otherwise we have all these levels to the downside. Overall Dow showing weakness, IWM also showing some weakness, but we had a downtrend, we had a bounce of this trend line all the way towards the 50% retracement. Now, one thing about the 50% retracement and Fibonacci levels, 50% is not by any means, by any mathematical means, it's not part of the Fibonacci ratios or sequence. We have the 50% retracement on the Fibonacci tools because 50% retracement, after years of searching, technical analysts came to knowledge that 50% retracement from a downtrend or from an uptrend is a very interesting level of support and resistance. So this is why they added it to the Fibonacci levels. Bitcoin, nothing much, basically gave back all the gains from Tuesday. 25,700 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards the 22. Ethereum, same thing. Overall cryptos very weak, downtrend until proven otherwise. Crude oil, once again inside. If you follow me on Twitter and you saw previous videos in the past 2, 3, 4 weeks, you know this area between the 82 and the 84. And we said that once oil will break above this short-term downtrend channel, it will go straight towards this area. And here, once again, got rejected. A weekly close above it, and in my opinion, we are heading towards the 92.30. Natural gas. In the meantime, if you have any questions, you can ask me anything, not just chart requests. Anything that concerns technical analysis, Fibonacci, trend lines, any other indicator, strategy, about me. Natural gas, 277, very interesting level of support now. Let's see continuation, a weekly close above 287. And then we are heading towards this upper trend line. We have the broadening formation. Broadening formation is the only true formation for price action. All the rest of the patterns that you know are not reliable. You cannot rely on any other patterns. Do your own research on flags, on inverted head and shoulders, cup and handles, all of those patterns. Do your own research. Don't believe me. Take the SPY, go back 20 years, try to find bull flags, bear flags, or other patterns like head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders, cup and handle. I'm not talking about double top and double bottom, because double top and double bottom are not patterns. They are true and pure price action. Go back and check if the other patterns are reliable. Let me know next week what the results. Always do your own due diligence and your own research. Don't believe and don't take anyone's word. Apple, the doji yesterday, very tight price range, 187 needs to hold. Let's see if we can close this gap at the 190 today. Nvidia, hi Daniel, next time I will not let you in the class if you will be late. Just kidding. Thank you very much for joining. Nvidia, 2 consecutive dojis, 483 needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards this trend line over here. Weekly close above 402, and we are heading towards next week. We are heading towards this trend line over here. Freddy, I just went over the Bitcoin. Go back 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, and you will see it, and then come back to the live. Tesla 2 consecutive dojis, 252 needs to hold, otherwise 242, a weekly close above 262, and we are heading towards this gap over here. I'm doing this quickly because it's the same we had on the daily market recap. Let's see. Futures breaking above the 45, holding above the 45.25. For now, bulls are here. Microsoft, nothing much, moving sideways. 321 to the downside is the support. Long above 338, 331, and maybe even I would wait above 336, a weekly close, because it's Friday. We are going to close this week. Google, if you saw previous videos in the past few days or so, you know this trend line, and here we are once again. And Netflix, 428 to the downside, 438 to the upside. Long only above if you're not long yet on Netflix, and I'm not saying you should. I think. Do you hear me now? How's everything? Now back, yeah. Thanks for waiting. Yeah. Technical issues, it's all about the internet here in China. Nothing to do about it. And just think that I need to trade like this overnight. Yeah, it's the internet. One second. Yeah, should move to Bangkok. You're absolutely right. This is my plan in the coming year, hopefully. Yeah, I know, Mark. Bear with me. I'm sorry for that, but it's out of my hands. Just imagine we need to trade like this and 12 hours ahead of Eastern time. And we trade with all the difficulties. We trade and we have financial freedom. Meta, 300, still a very tough resistance. Let's see. I'll be the one helping you in Bangkok. JJ, thank you very much. I'll be in touch. You can be sure of that. 300 on this psychological barrier on Meta. Weekly close, and we are heading back to 313. AMD, still no long on AMD. If you're not long yet on AMD, no long for now. I would wait for a weekly close above 110, or even maybe above this upper red trend line. Amazon, yesterday, bullish day after the news, some kind of collaboration with Shopify. Now weekly close above 139.70, 140, and we are heading towards the 144. Shopify, you saw this everywhere on social media. 11% to the upside. Let's see continuation maybe today towards the 68, 69 area. Look left, very tough resistance, but we have a huge gap to the downside. This gap sometimes in the future will get filled. We might even get going towards the 71 and then going sliding down, same as we had here, uptrend. We can get the same price action, but to the downside. So let me know any questions, any requests. What do we have here? What kind of request? MTCH, AFRM, what else? Ofek, one by one. Let's see, AFRM. What else do we have? ARC W, MTCH. Let's start with MTCH. MTCH. Let's see what MTCH is telling us. Broke above this 46 area. Very tough resistance. Let's see that this 46.50 needs to hold the support. If so, we are heading towards the 47.60 and then towards the 50. What else? ARC W. ARC W. We have this channel. Support, resistance. Now, once again, support. Let's see a weekly close above 58, above this upper blue trend line. And then we can say we are good to go for long. I would wait for a weekly close or day 2 closing above the 59. We have enough uptrend in the sleeve for ARC W. Don't get FOMO. In my opinion, I'm waiting above 60. What else do we have? AFRM, unstoppable. Let's see. Don't forget, AFRM went down almost 80-90% from the highs. Look at the futures. Futures looks very good towards 45.50. AFRM broke above the 1970. Now this 1970 needs to hold the support. Then we are heading towards 22 and maybe all the way towards 25.80. If you are long already, make sure to manage your risk because no one knows what will happen next. The only thing we have full control of is risk management. What else do we have here? What else? MTCH we talked about. Tesla. We talked about Tesla in the beginning of this live. You're more than welcome to go back and check it out. Sedge. What are you looking in Sedge? To go long or short? Nothing much on Sedge. If you are in a position in long, it all depends when you went long, but in my opinion, if it keeps breaking below the 156, take your money and go out and find another trade. Because as I see it, you can also go to the weekly. Look at it. No need nothing. Just look at the price action. You're long. From where? Since when? And why? This is the question. Why? Why not put a stop, stop the pain, take the money and go out? And of course it's not an opinion. It's only my opinion. This is what I would do. Put some stop. Guys and girls, put stop losses. Stop loss will save your money. Nothing else. The only thing you have full control of is your stop loss. If you don't put stop loss, you will burn and blow your account. The stop loss is the only thing that will save you and will help you continue in the game of trading. This is my 2 cents on Sedge, Solar Edge. What else do we have? Unity Software. Let's see what Unity Software is telling us. We have this purple trend line at this holding, that's holding the higher lows since May. Long above 38.40. I prefer weekly close above 38.40, and then we are heading towards 41. Overall, looking good. If you are already long on you, you can use this purple trend line as your stop loss. As long as you is holding above this purple trend line, you're good to go for long. What else do we have? Let me know. Any questions? Check the links in the description below. We have the one-on-one live mentorship available in English and in Hebrew. And we have the online program, pre-recorded. Same program, pre-recorded, both programs. Guaranteed lifetime access for support, guidance, and all Discord channels. We have some members, premium members, now live with us. Almost 24/7. We have support, not 24/7. Let's be honest. Almost 18 hours a day. Support, 6 days a week. Open. We have a gap at the 450. Earnings gap to the downside. We have downtrend, bounce towards, not surprising, the 50% retracement with a doji. If you're long already, take a screenshot on these levels and make your stop loss somewhere according to your risk management and according to your tolerance. If you're not long yet on open, I would wait for a weekly close above 420, and then next week we are heading towards the 460, closing this gap over here. What else do we have? Lulu. Lulu had earnings, no? What did Lulu did on the earnings? I forgot about Lulu earnings. Looks like great earnings according to the price. No need to look. Market liked Lululemon's earnings. Each and every time they like it, but look left. Don't chase. Why? Take for example, last earnings. Gap up and gave back and closed red. Before that, gap up, closed red. 361, very important level of support, and all this area, the 387 and 390, look left. Always look left. Train your eyes to look left. Very tough resistance. So only a weekly close above this area, we can start planning our long for next week. What else do we have? What else? PSNY, sorry. You don't see me because I want to take off the load of my internet connection. If it's okay for you, I will leave it like this. But as long as you hear me and see the screen, it's more important. PSNY, we have a clear support at the 320 area. We had a gap to the downside yesterday. Are you looking to go short or long? Polestar, short or long? Long only above 4, short below this red trend line. You can use Fibonacci levels to the downside, and there you have it. Once it will break below 320, we have all the levels to the downside, future support. Long, once again, in my opinion, only above 384 or 4. Lift. What's so special about Lift? Any other questions, requests, anything? Ask me anything. Here you have it. Live, you have the levels, how the Fibonacci levels are working as future resistance for price action. Now, 45.31 needs to hold this support, and then we are heading towards the 45.46, closing this candle below it, and we are heading towards all the levels to the downside. But for now, on the 4 hours, looking good. One more hour to close this candle. So for now, futures looking good. Lift, broadening formation. Let's clean the chart. Start all over. We have double bottom, sorry. Bottom of the 10-20 area. Downtrend. Now at the 618 retracement. Closing above it, and we are heading towards the 1220 and then 1280. Take a screenshot. If you're long already, use these levels. We have a gap to the downside that will get filled sometimes in the future. Once you see a gap, you need to embrace that this gap will get filled. 80% chance. Now we have a trend line over here. This trend line will become a very tough resistance. You can also do like this. Looks like it's starting to break above this trend line. But for now, this trend line for candles are resistance. So long, a weekly close above this purple trend line. What else? Broadcom. AVGO. More easy to write, to type. Broadcom. Too long of a name. AVGO. Now let's look live on US 15 minutes. Inside candle, indecision now between the 45.31 and 45.38. Breaking above. Next resistance 45.46. Broadcom, AVGO, went yesterday all the way towards the 922. Why? Look left. It will answer your why. Now, pre-market to the downside, 897 needs to hold. Otherwise, look below, 878. If you're not long yet, I would wait for a weekly close above this level over here. If you are long, use these levels according to your tolerance, to your risk tolerance. And when I say risk tolerance, I mean how much are you willing to lose? How much are you willing to lose each and every trade? And when I say this, you need to take also the bigger picture. How much are you willing to lose each and every day? Okay? How much are you willing to lose on each and every week of trading? And then you break it down. How much are you willing to lose on each and every day that you are going to trade? And then you take this amount and break it. How much are you willing to lose on each and every trade? Now, for example, if you are willing to lose on each and every day $100, this is your maximum risk tolerance. This is your max pain, okay? Once you cannot handle, for example, you cannot handle losing more than $100 each and every day. So you take the $100, now you need to break it. How much are you willing to lose on each and every trade? If you are willing to lose $20, this is your max pain on each and every trade, $20, so you can take only 5 trades each and every day during this week. Okay? Even if you gained and went green and closed 5 trades green, you close the computer. You don't trade anymore. You don't take the 6th, 7th, or 8th trade. So you have the maximum. How much are you willing to lose on each and every trade, and how many trades you're going to take on each and every day. This is risk management. This is the only thing we have full control of. Nothing more. So now, after this lecture, let's see. Innoviz. INVZ. What are you looking for? Long, short, bailout? If you are long, it depends when you went long. If you went long somewhere here, you're more than 50% to the downside. If I were you, and it's only my opinion, I would take the money and run away and look for another. One question: why you guys always look, not always, okay, but why do you look to trade this kind of stocks? You're looking to go long, or you're already long? If you are looking to go long, nothing much, no long here. If you are already long, in my opinion, take the money and run away. Why do you keep insisting in trading these kind of stocks? You have the S&P 500. You have 500 stocks in the most important index in the world. Enough with this. This is my tip for you. If you want to stay for the long term in trading, stop looking for bonanzas. You will not find them. You will lose money. Each and every time you will lose money. Okay? I don't know this company. I know this company, but for the sake of the argument, I don't know this company. I don't care what they do. I just look at the chart and it's nothing there. Nothing. Okay. PLTR and FSLY. PLTR, I know the company. I don't like the stock. In my opinion, below 1361, it's heading back towards the 1064. If you are not long yet, I would wait for a weekly close above 1660, short below 1360. If you're a button trader, you have left shoulder, head, right shoulder below this 1360. We are heading towards the 1060. Next. Thank you, Didi. This is tips that I share because it's things that I went through until now. I'm learning each and every day how to manage my risk. Once I put on a trade, in my mind, I'm going to lose the trade. This is my approach for trading. Each and every trade that I take, I'm going to lose it. Now, how much am I going to lose? How much am I willing to lose on each and every trade? Start thinking like this, and then you will see it will be much easier for you to control the emotions. Last one before we close up this week, FSLY. Uptrend channel. Now in the past week we can see why trend lines are the true support, resistance, and future and the roadmap for future price action. 4 consecutive days, FSLY trying and getting rejected by this trend line. So if you are long on FSLY, you can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, take screenshot and use these levels to the downside to manage your risk. If you are not long yet on FSLY, I would wait for 2 things. First thing, maybe some kind of retracement towards the 21 area, or maybe even to the 21.10, and then look for a bounce, or 2 or 3 days above this purple trend line, and then we are heading towards 28 and 32. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, hit the notification bell so you won't miss any other videos. Also during weekend we have the weekly market recap and my top stocks to watch for the coming week. Monday, market is closed. Until the next video, trade safe.